From the Gospel according to Luke. Jesus journeyed to a city called Nain, and his disciples and a large crowd accompanied him. As he drew near to the gate of the city, a man who had died was being carried out, the only son of his mother, and she was a widow. A large crowd from the city was with her. When the Lord saw her, he was moved with pity for her and said to her, "Do not weep." He stepped forward and touched the coffin. At this the bearers halted, and he said, "Young man, I tell you, arise." The dead man sat up and began to speak, and Jesus gave him to his mother. Fear seized them all, and they glorified God, exclaiming, "A great prophet has arisen in our midst, and God has visited his people." This report about him spread throughout the whole of Judea and in all the surrounding region. In the Gospel, a man has died and is being carried by others. This dead man may symbolize our own dread dreams, our unfulfilled aspirations, these parts of our being, of our very soul, which were killed or put into sleep or otherwise made silent, such that we could achieve a particular level of success or to do something we know is wrong and unethical, or to cheat someone, or to follow our fleshly desires. We carry those things in us. We carry the dead man in us. It can manifest itself in forgiveness that is changed into grudge against someone. Love changed into indifference or unconcern. Chastity changed into lust, adultery, or pornography. Talents, gifts, charisma change into laziness. Generosity change into fear and avarice. Gratitude change into sadness, despair, jealousy, and hopelessness. Peace change into anger and hatred. We carry this dead man in us, along with an exhaustive list of excuses and reasons we should do these things. And then we meet Jesus. To truly meet him, we must simply stop. We need to stop during adoration, during prayer, during confession, during the Eucharist. We must stop to feel his touch, to hear his words which bring freedom and healing. He comes to us with a healing touch and new life very often. He is full of compassion for our misery. So why does the miracle not happen for us? Why do we not arise from our deadness? Why? Because we do not want it. Why? Because we believe that this is our real life. Because we don't know how to live without the dead man in us. We are so accustomed to the odor of death, of sin and despair, because we grew into it slowly. And we want to believe that it is God's fault that we don't arise. But this is our own. So let us pray that we may be willing to see the obstacles which block the healing, love, forgiveness, generosity, and the peace of God, and that we may be willing to give those things to God, that we may allow him to take death from us and give us life again.
Wow, down.